May 13th here in Southern Ontario. I just filmed this video and had the sound off. Yeah, I'm not sharpest knife in the drawer. Someone in TikTok commented, how can I be a conservative? Well, I hate the labels, conservative, left, right, liberal. I mean, here in Canada, the Liberal Party of Canada isn't the Liberal Party, it's the party of Trudeau. But let me explain if I can. There are some Canadian Conservative MPs I like. Larry Brock, I like him. Larry the Bulldog Brock. You see him in committee and investigations and stuff. That look of loathing and distaste on his face as he's grilling someone who's word salading or outright lying. I like Leslyn Lewis. I wish she'd have won the nomination for the lead of the Conservative Party rather than Pierre Poilievre. Excuse me, there's a couple others I like as well. I don't like the label of conservative, right, left, but we have to use the existing terminology. I guess I'm conservative in the sense that I like what's happening in Europe with the shift to what's called the right from what's called the left over there regarding the the farming, the immigration, etc. I don't see how anyone can support, it's not even the Liberal Party, it's the party of Trudeau and his WEF minions and his partner in crime, Jagmeet Singh, with the Supply and Confidence Agreement. But what other choice do we have other than the Conservatives? And Pierre Poilievre happens to be the leader. I mean, the Bloc Québécois only exists in Quebec. That's a whole separate issue. I don't even think that should be happening. A lot of Canadians don't, but different subject matter, story for another time. The Green Party's just been, what have they got, 2 seats? And they're just the protest vote. That's what they've always been in Canada. Somebody who feels they should vote, doesn't like any of the big three, I'll say, Liberals, Conservatives, or NDP, and/or doesn't like the whole political system, so they vote Green as a protest vote. Alas, Maxime Bernier and the PPC never got off the ground. I wish Max had have won his riding seat in 2019 so he could have been seen in Parliament and in the public's eye. Didn't happen. It's just not gonna happen. If it was gonna happen, the opportunity has gone past. So we don't really have anybody left to vote for, and it's often commented on independent media and on the legacy media and the independent media that Trudeau sends more votes Pierre's way, Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives, than what Pierre picks up on his own. I mean, you look at the polling, some demographics, the NDP and the party of Trudeau is as low as 15%. I mean, lower in a lot of the polling than like in 50 years. Guinness material here. This is how unpopular Trudeau and the Supply and Confidence Agreement are, and with good reason. Look at our country. It's a mess. To come back to Poilievre, I've made videos in the past saying I've always liked him in Parliament. You know, his Trudeau and any of the Liberals that Trudeau has tried to sick on Poilievre, if you will, verbally in Parliament. Poilievre, well, they haven't sent a match out for him yet, and Trudeau certainly isn't one. Neither's Twitchy Freeland. Poilievre literally himself, I fault, and I made videos about this at the time, I think it was 2019, although I could be wrong, it might be the 21 election, not 19, but I think it was 19. For a party leader, he was a shoe-in, and he'd have been a shoe-in for Prime Minister at the time as well, and he declined to even run. And right then and there I went, if I was not dubious about you before, Mr. Poilievre, I certainly was at that point and still am. I wish Leslyn Lewis had have gotten the won the nomination for party lead. That's my opinion. So if that clarifies anything, I mean, I've never tried to play politics, if you will, here on the channel. I say what I think, and I never remove comments from the channel, any of the platforms. I believe in free speech, and your opinion, I value it, although we may not be in a line. Me, with anybody on any given subject. So anyways, you asked or suggested that I shouldn't be conservative with the other things I'm talking about. Well, I hate this pigeonholing of names, but we don't have anything else to work with. So I guess I'm conservative. Yeah, I'm certainly not the party of Trudeau or the party of Jagmeet Singh. Whether you even consider them left or not. Left, woke left, more like weft, W-E-F. So anyways, appreciate your opinion.